Good morning and welcome to Gulfstream today. Brian Nadeau and Samantha Perry with you on a beautiful St. Patrick's Day, and a happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody. You can see a fast main track, a firm turf course at Topeka as well, and it is going to be a little steamy here in Hollandale Beach. I hope if you're watching from home, you've got your AC working properly.
Yeah.
Because it's very hot out.
It is, yeah. I also heard that there's a Guinness shortage today because of you.
Oh, no, those are just rumors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We won't believe them.
But a happy St. Patrick's Day. We're
You were matching.
festive up. I don't know about Ron, though. I don't know if he got the memo
No.
or not. He doesn't like green, you know.
I know. That's all right. He doesn't like a lot of things.
He likes the Rainbow Six.
He does.
I know that. And we all like it because it's getting really, really large. And look at this, 475. They fired yesterday. We appreciate everybody. Big day yesterday, and we're right back at it here today to close down 2 weeks left of the championship meet after today, but we'll close it down today with 475. It's a 10-race card today, so that'll kick off in race number 5. Ronnie's got a ticket. He'll be out here with me for the opener, but the early pick 5, which I believe they put almost 700,000 in.
It was huge
Yesterday. It was massive. Let's take a look at my ticket now. I've got a $32 ticket. A couple scratches in the opener that were a little bit of a bummer. Not my top pick, at least, though. In race number 2, the top pick is the 5, and that is Oolong High, getting some class relief today. Race number 3 is my long shot, somewhat of a tepid one, I think. Call My Banker at 6-1. Hopefully we'll get it. The single is Insisting in race 4. Not my best bet, but we'll single in there. And in race number 5, 23 is the order Crimson Princess. Pink and yellow of Mike Dubb and Mike Maker teaming up here for $32. So let's get to the opener. We'll go 5 on the Topeka and what is a 12-5 maiden claimer for 3-year-old fillies. And I did mention a couple scratches, and they are the 4, My Sweetheart Danny, and the 5, Spirit of Victory, who I had. Actually, both of them were on my original pick 5
Mine
ticket.
too, yeah.
Yours too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you're going to go not quite to the outside, but a little bit out there for Field of Blossoms for a solid barn, 29% off the claim.
Yeah, I scratch into this horse.
Okay.
But first off the claim for Bobby DeBona, had a big winner yesterday on the Topeka.
Yep.
The old Los Alamitos 1,000 yards to Hallandale Beach route. That
Tried
was,
and true, proven path to victory.
Yeah, it happens all the time. We might be seeing it a lot now. Big drop in class here, just cut in half. And, you know, where are you going with this horse, really? You're going to just make some money back here.
Yep.
They take her good. If you win, even better.
Yeah. No, this is a sharp barn and trainer that knows how to play this game very, very well in these claiming ranks, and that's why he's about 30% off the claim. Very sharp barn. And I'm going to the 6. I always did have the 6 on top, Red Hot Spark. Liz Dobles got a W the other day.
Yeah.
Maybe the barn's ticking over.
Yep.
This is a horse with form.
It is, yeah, but yeah, it's encouraging to see she did win a race, but still not encouraging because it's hard to go to the window on a horse like this.
I don't disagree at all. It's a spread race to start. The 2 taking it all, certainly in the mix here. Speed down on the inside. We said it yesterday. We got to come back to it today.
Yes.
Speed on this Topeka, especially sprinting.
You do, and it's interesting because even when it gets cooler towards the later races yesterday, we saw it change a little bit. Because kudos to you, you blew up the rainbow a little bit with that top pick of 10-1.
Yeah, that's a good point. He did come up.
He came from off the pace, But as far as right now and the first probably 2 hours, you're not going to make – it's going to be a tiring Topeka trek. You won't make up ground late.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly with that. Early pick 4 in race 2. It kicks off on the turf. I'll tweet that ticket out. So just a run back of my early 5. Maiden optional claimer here. $40,000, just a maiden claimer, excuse me, $40,000 for the fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. We do have a scratch of the 2, Miss 10K, and we are all over the place in here. That's good. Exotic Dancer at a price. This is your long shot,
yes,
right?
Yeah, this is my long shot here. 4-year-old filly for Terry Pompey, trying the grass for the first time. I'm really shocked because Practical Joke is not that proficient with first-time turfers, which I found odd because they're not big, heavy horses. But the race that she's coming out of, just ignore it completely. There were some strong runners in that, but it was on the dirt. I just think that the way this filly travels on her March 3rd work on the grass, on the Topeka, it looks like she's going to handle the grass okay. There looks like there's some speed in here, too, and maybe she can pick up pieces late.
And I'm not going to compare her to the winner that Terry had, but she popped first turf a couple weeks ago. There you go. Yeah. So food for thought there. I think Oolong, they tried Oolong High, 8 times in the maiden special weight ranks. It didn't quite work out. They gave her plenty of chances. This is where she's probably supposed to be. She's going to be a problem for this group today.
Yep, she will indeed, yeah.
I didn't want to pick Perm. You didn't want to pick Perm. Listen, she's a big threat, the 4. Todd Pletcher off the layoff, Luis Saez, but I don't know, the layup bothers me. The drop too.
And she's the only 3-year-old in the race, and it's hard this time of year. It's very hard.
Great point. I think it's something we've talked about it quite a bit, and I agree with Samantha. Very hard at this time of the year on March 17th to be a 3-year-old tackling older horses. Race number 3 will go $170 on the Tapeta here. These are 4 and up. The tag is $20,000. A couple of scratches in here of the 6 Red Flag Alert and the 7 A Rose for Raven. And this time you are on the 8 American Pure for Jerry O'Dwyer.
Well, finally he's getting a little bit down in the cheaper ranks, which is what he needed. He needs 2 miles, to be honest. That's what I put in my notes last time. But now he's going to get 2 turns, and he needs this. He's never been 2 turns with Jerry O'Dwyer. Now, he doesn't have a lot of early foot. The dirt races were way better than this here. We'll see how he handles the Tapeta.
Yeah, we'll see. And this is kind of your move a little bit. He's got a win over an all-weather surface, I think.
That's significant,
I think we need to mention that. Now we're going to try it for Jerry, who we like and does such a good job. My long shot's in here. That's the one, Call My Banker. I don't know what kind of price we're going to get with a couple of scratches. I hope we do get the 6-1 because now I know Sandino Hernandez is so sharp, and he's going to run this horse on Tapeta for the first time. He did claim this horse off Marty Drexler. Can we improve or can we keep the form is the question.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of this horse on the turf, so I like the fact that they're bringing him back to the Tapeta.
Yeah, and he had a trip last time on the turf that really wasn't picked up, and he was in very, very tight and never had a seam in the stretch. He certainly wasn't going to win, but he was going to be a little closer. Sand Dancer, hey, he's won 2 in a row. This is, when you're going from 10 to 20, this is a legitimate rise.
It is, yeah, and this horse, I know this horse because I used to get on him a couple years ago when Brendan Walsh had him, and he's one that I feel like when his confidence is up, it's a good thing. But, 2 in a row. I was so against him last time, and he won like easy. Yeah, so it's got to come back. He's a big horse. He takes a lot to get going. It's a warm day today. Maybe that's some food for thought with him.
Both of them, at least the morning line favorites, are rising. Bringer of Rain is the 9. He's coming out of a 3L. These are seasoned, grizzled veterans for 20 in here. This is in Sand Dancer as well, doubling from 10 to 20. Yeah. So this is significant rise for both of these horses, and they're both going to be bet pretty hard. Yeah. So you're allowed to look elsewhere, and that's exactly what we're doing in here. Race number 4, 5 furlongs on the Tapeta. It's a 12-5 maiden claimer here. These are 3-year-olds. We do have a scratch of the 6. Arrow Ghost. Listen, I'm not going to use both horses in my pick 4. Pick 5. I'd like to think if you have Insisting or Mr. Cooper, you're going to get by, but I can't use them both, and you did exactly what I did and going with the 1.
I don't like this race.
No.
I don't think anybody wants to win this race except maybe the maidens because they haven't had a shot to prove otherwise. This is a big drop in class. They've gelded this son of Bouchero. The Boucheros love the Tapeta here. They've been very impressive. He worked 10-1 at that sale, the OBS sale, so at least we know he can handle that. Right. But look, they only paid $25,000 for him. Hope the drop helps.
And he wasn't bet in that race, which is not good. I mean, it's Jose and Luis Saez, and they're 7-1. I didn't like that, but the gelding, Gibran was good that day for Lauren Robson, and this horse chased Gibran early.
That helps, yeah.
And I would just think Louis going to break running, and we're going here. Mr. Cooper's fine, but he doesn't have the speed of Insisting, and I think that's a problem for him. Amador Sanchez 5 for 10 off the claim, though. That's pretty good.
That is very good.
Yeah. Moby Warrior. Okay, you got the 3. Well, talk at least a little bit about the first or leave it blank for Bobby Hess Jr. Not a bad race to be a first-time starter.
No, it's not. And I at first glance, I wanted to really like this horse. There was one work on January 14th. It was a solo work on the Tapeta. The horse, he's definitely a 12-5 horse.
Yeah, and Bob, it's not a huge sample, but Bob's 0 for 10 with first-time starters. So, kind of seeming like he eases him in a little bit. So we'll see. But if the money shows, and this horse doesn't have to be a freak to play with a group like this.
Exactly,
That's for sure.
yep.
All right, 4 down. That means there's 6 to go on this Sunday fun day here at Gulfstream Park. When we come back, Rainbow 6 time, 475 in the estimated jackpot, and Ron Nicoletti's got a ticket. Stay tuned.
And they're off.
Win big with new DRF All Access past performances. With one best-in-class product, you now get all 3 past performance formats. Easily switch between views. Access the most trusted information in horse racing with DRF All Access past performances. Go to DRF.com and use coupon code 1FREEPP for a free single card today.
Welcome back to Gulfstream today. Brian and Samantha with you. Beautiful day here in Hollandale Beach at Gulfstream Park. 10 races for you. Happy St. Patrick's Day for everybody. And, of course, the Rainbow 6 kicking off in race number 5. $475,000 in that estimated jackpot. They fired big on it yesterday. We'll see if we can get to a $500,000 today. Ron's got the ticket. He'll be out here with me for the opener coming up. And there it is, the 4320 playbook for Ron.
You see he's got a little bit of coverage to kick things off. The single in race 9, that is a 5 skill up. Oh, this is a nice filly here. Excited to see her come back. In the finale, this is a tricky one. We'll have to see if he's got his long shot. I would presume if he does, it's the number 1 Kryptonym.
It is his long shot.
Okay, for Danny Hertak. There we go. In the finale, 43-20 play. This could be a sequence where you can make somebody a lot of money or not so much.
Yeah.
It could be a little chalky, but also the Tropical Turf Pick 3's here.
Oh, yeah. That's going to kick off here as well, so we can take a look at your ticket now.
Yeah, spreading a little bit here. Race 8, Don't Mess with Tess. If this horse is not on the lead, I'm just going to throw away my ticket. And in race number 10, just too deep, but the 4 Caspian Sea and the 6 flat top box. $18
there on a very, very player-friendly bet, 15% takeout, $3 bet there. And let's get to the opening leg here now, and this is our first turf race. We are on the turf, to kick off this sequence here in the Rainbow. $25,000 2L claimers here, fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. We'll go the mile here. Same top pick for both you and I, Crimson Princess.
Yeah, it was a very this was a good effort last time, albeit it was on the Tapeta.
Right.
We can show the replay. This was on the grass course, 2 starts back. And there are a couple horses from this that I think are worth noting. Rosie Tomorrow's, because I do feel like they're going to bet this horse a little bit. That's the 11 in this coming race. But Crimson Princess is not in the picture here, and that's she's the 9 here running on. Sister Nell ran much better than Crimson Princess here, but now Crimson Princess is 2nd time in the barn of Mike Maker, and that will help.
And first time on the turf for Mike Maker.
Exactly.
This was the meltdown race of all time.
Yeah.
That worries me. Couple of these horses, Sister Nell 32-1. So it's tough to trust that race, but I think with Mike and Irad, these are the connections we can trust. We're down inside. I think that's positive too. And this horse has a little tactical speed as well. And I think that bodes well for her chances here, too. We mentioned Sister Nell. I'll just quickly hit on what's good. Hey, listen, if nothing else, she comes out of a winning race on the turf at this trip.
She does, and she's got some speed as well. You want to see some speed on this course.
You better be close. So you've seen it time and time again. Celia's Fog the other day just runs off and forgets to stop. You better be close because they're just not making up significant ground.
Especially at this level where you don't have that devastating turn
I think that's a very good. These lower level horses have leave themselves with too much to do.
Yes.
They're just going to run out of room. The late pick 5 kicks off with today's feature. It's the Any Limit. The 3-year-old filly's going at it. 6 furlongs on a fast main track. Let's look at Samantha's ticket, and then we'll get into this race here.
I've got some leverage here because these horses I feel like that I'm singling are definite singles. Race 7, this is hard because I'm spreading in this race, and we'll get to it in a little bit, but my top pick is the 4 Bento. Race 8 on top for me, Don't Mess with Tess. Race number 9, you see the single, that's Skilla. And in race 10, the finale. This is a tricky race. I don't have Ron's long shot. You could add him in. I'm not going to do the math on that, but definitely the 7, 8, and 9, I'm completely against. A $45 play for me.
$9 to add Ron's long shot in, and
you.
that brings us to $54 if you want to do
Perfect.
that. If you were in the office
Good
prior to the
maths.
show, you would have heard Ron talking about his long shot. Let's go now to the any limit here, and a couple of scratches. Runway Diva is out down on the inside, and then Amori Fati is out as well, and all eyes will be on our Harper Rose, the graded stakes winner for Safi Joseph Jr., and she's going to be heck to pay. We'll show you why, and this post, is absolutely perfect for her, Joe.
It is. She broke through last time.
Yep.
She really did. She ran a career top this day. She ran a 7 on the sheets. It was good to finally see her break through. Fiona's Magic, the 2-horse, came back to win the Devona Dale with an 80 buyer. She ran a 79 this day, our Harper Rose. We see Chi-Chi, the 3-horse in the back. She'll be in this race as well, but it's going to be our Harper's Rose. They've turned her off a little bit. She doesn't need the lead. She doesn't need to gun for it. She's a very cool filly. She's nothing to look at, but she's got a lot of heart.
Yeah, she's cool, and it's good to see her back. They tried the 2 turns, as they have to do when they're
Yeah.
given $400,000 on the line. It didn't work out. Not that she ran terribly, but we all kind of knew she was a 1-turn horse, and she's doing what she wants to do now. To me, there's still, I know the Amori Fati and her speed came out of the race. They're still going to go in here. Candy Gray is fresh. She ran off the screen for Savvy. Launch has got to go from down there. That's why I put Chi-Chi in second. But listen, Launch ran very well last time.
Very, very well. This horse was forced to just go on the rail as the 1 post that day and just shook off everybody else. It was an impressive race, and this horse obviously she's a little bit more well-traveled.
I agree with that totally. Yeah, and Roswell is a very highly regarded horse for Bill Mott, who was awesome on debut. So she beat probably a pretty legitimate horse as well. But her path to victory is problematic today, being down on the inside.
Exactly. Again, yeah.
Late pick 4 in race number 7. We'll take a look at my ticket now, and then we'll get into what is a very competitive maiden special weight. I'll go 4 deep in here, and then you can see the back-to-back singles. My best bet is Don't Mess with Tess, who Samantha likes a lot too. Scylla might be a champion this year. I'm not trying to beat her. My goodness, it's so cool to see her back here. And then in race 10, I'll go 2 deep. Just there's 2 heavy favorites, and that's why I'm just a $4 play here. The actual top pick in race 10 is Flat Top Box, but I'm not giving anybody something they don't know about there, unfortunately. But $4, so we're going to punch that a few times, and I think probably on a backup ticket I'll probably hit the all ball here, because this is a weird, tricky, problematic race. We'll get Samantha to be able to look at him out here. If you're playing her late pick 5, look at the double will pay, see who's live and taking money. This is a 3-year-old maiden special weight for the fillies here, going 6 on a fast main track. Bento getting back to the main track for DJ and Team Cassie.
I like that a lot. This is a filly that I feel like it's going to just do much better. And you see her Belmont at Aqueduct races. She's got a lot of speed. She's a keen filly. She wants to go. You see it in her works. She was forced to go on the rail in that turf out last time, and she did run very well regardless of it. But there's one path to victory for her, and it's to go to the front.
So here's the thing about all the horses that we've seen in the afternoon. If the firsters can run, I think the only, the one we're keying on here is Lady Mac. She's going to have a big chance because nobody's done any real fast running.
Yeah, well, I pulled up a work of her. Joe Catanese, this is a homebred, first off. The dam ran 4s on the dirt, sprinting. This work here, March 10th, this was the tune-up work. This isn't a very fast work. Now, it's 48 and change. Don't even worry about her foe here. But as she gets closer to us, I feel like this filly has got a long stride, and they're not asking her. This kind of just looks like she's galloping here, and you see she really
Scooting right
yeah,
along.
that now she starts to pick it up and starts going, and she's one, she doesn't break super sharp. She didn't from that work. She can pick off runners, and she just has I feel like a lot of natural raw ability.
Yeah, I think this is you want to see her live and taking money. Joe knows how to get a first-time starter to pop.
Yeah.
Trumpets didn't win at first out, but at 40-1, she ran a huge second, and she might be a stakes winner, albeit on the Tapeta for Joe. A homebred here. This horse, I think, is live today, especially because the other runners we've seen, not so much. Let's show the Tinky Abario race. Vinci's in here
Yep.
as well, and Miucci too.
This was a fast race. A
Sure
more
was.
Fati we're not going to see. Vinci Girl, to me, I put her in my ticket because it was a fast number, but I don't like her. I think she's kind of cheap looking, in my opinion. Muccia ran very well first time out for Gustavo Delgado, but Tinky Abario surprised me this race. And you liked this horse a couple starts back.
Yeah.
This is a 9. This was a really fast race, and initially I wasn't a fan of it, but Tinky Abario, he didn't give it up, or she did not give it up at
No.
all. Muccia just got fried on the front end, and Vinci Girl just picked up runners. I
Yeah.
mean, there was nothing really that exciting about Vinci Girl. I think the 7 furlongs is going to be more her speed than the 6 here.
Yeah.
But Tinky Abario ran sneaky good, tried hard.
She did, and you can draw a line through the race 2 back because she ducked out. You can see it ducked out at the gap. It was
Yeah.
a no chance kind of race. So she stacked up 2 races, 2 seconds behind 2 very good fillies. Because as you already talked about, Fiona's Magic came back to win the Devona Dale. Over Leslie's Rose, who was 1-5, I
Yeah.
believe, or something like that. And she did it the hard way too. So she's a dangerous threat in here. But again, you think your horse is going to improve. I think I have a live firster. These kind of other house horses are vulnerable to those kind of horses, and I don't know
Exactly.
how much more Tinky Abario.
Well, that's the
has
thing.
got to give.
She keeps running her best races, but she's
Yeah.
not winning them, and that's a hard horse to.
Yeah,
Yep.
and let's just be honest, somebody had to be second to Amori Fati
That's true.
in that race too. So we'll see how it plays out. It's a good one to kick off the late pick 4, and it's a problematic race in the other horizontals as well. The late pick 3 kicks off in race number 8. We're a mile on the 16th on a firm course, turf course here. Fillies and Mares 4 and up. The tag is 25, and we've already alluded to my best bet and your top pick is Don't Mess with Tess, the 8.
Yeah, you probably saw the same thing. When you watch this race. First off, New Rome came back to win again yesterday easily.
Good point. Good call.
This horse never looked comfortable on the inside. They keep fighting this horse. I don't know why. Every time it's just they keep grabbing her, and she never looks comfortable. Now she's got an outside post. Just go.
Irad Ortiz gets aboard as well. I just don't think there was a lot of effort last time, to be
No.
honest with you.
No.
I don't know. Maybe she wasn't going to win, and that was that. But
Got to give her a chance.
you got to give her a chance, and now she's dropping today. It is go time today, and she's 9-5, and she's every bit of that
Yeah.
against a group like this. Your second pick is dangerous because there's no speed in this race, and Musical Romance has it.
She does. I didn't like the Go Big Green race because I thought that Musical Romance should have sealed the deal and couldn't get it done. But
Right.
Go Big Green did come back to win, so
No, he
maybe
did,
there's
yeah.
a little more faith in that race.
Yeah, Lover Lots is I got in second. I wonder if Amicio takes the initiative
Yeah.
here because he can be an aggressive rider. And, you got a lot of ones with Musical Romance. It's not like she's overly fast, though, either. But I think we're both singling with Don't Mess with Tess. She's supposed to win today. It's
Yes.
simple as that. They want her to win today. Race 9 is a good one. It's an optional claimer here for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and up. Flat 1-turn mile, scratch to 6 atomically, scratch to 9. Abadansia, who you had last time. Jonathan Thomas is going to ride. Anthony Thomas is going to ride the 1, and it marks the return of Scylla, and let me tell you, the world is her oyster this year.
It is. Well, it's show work. This was at Payson Park from the gate here. They got her tuned up for this race. She has grown up a lot, and what a nice filly Bill Mott has got on his hands here. She broke well. This is everything you want to see before the penultimate work of running your race here. She's fit. She looks good. I can't imagine they have her 1,000% cranked here, but she's doing this on her own. I mean, They're not asking her, and I don't think she needs to even be 1,000% to win this.
She might be 45% and win this. She's awesome. Daughter of Tappet out of Close Hatches, who's already dropped a few really, really nice horses. You watch her 2 races last year.
Oof.
Bill Mott popped yesterday. Arthur's Ride ran a 99, by the way.
That was a really impressive race.
Arthur's Ride threw his hat into the older handicap division yesterday. That was absolutely devastating what he did.
Yeah.
Really impressive. Can't wait to see the Juddmonte Homebred here. From there, Best Stream. I mean, she's good for Victor Barboza, no doubt about it. And she likes it here too.
She does.
4 for 6 lifetime.
Yeah, and gets back to a fast track.
I've got Rosie's Halo. They're the two. No Rosie's Halo for you at all?
No, I didn't know what to do with her.
Okay. Kathleen O is like the most distant 4th ever.
Yes,
She's
yes,
a total fade. She's not the same. The blinkers come off today. Absolute must fade to me today. Maybe she gets a little. I hope she runs well, but she's not the same horse.
At least she's going to get more ground.
Yeah, that's fair. And she's got to come back out of her way last time.
Yeah.
Very, very flat last time. So the finale on a firm turf course here in the nightcap. Race number 10. It's a $25,000 maiden claimer, a mile and a 16. On that firm turf course, there's 2 massive favorites in here. You couldn't get by them. I couldn't get by them. You talk about Caspian Sea, and I'll talk about Flat Top Box.
Yeah, Caspian Sea drops in class now. This horse, the sire is the Grade 1 winner on the grass, long on the grass in Europe, and the post positions on the turf course in the past have not been good. Those were, cross out the Kentucky Downs race here. Going to get a mile and a 16th. This horse just looks like he's got a little more class.
Yeah, Flat Top Box lost a heartbreaker last time. We'll show it to you.
Let's
right?
show. Isn't he supposed to run by here?
Yeah.
I don't know. He kills me. I'm not sure.
He was. I don't know if it's the H word or what, but he was supposed to win here, and he did. And he did come up a nose short, and you can see Song on the radio 6-5. But I just thought I'm not so sure he wanted to go by. This is a big drop out of a maiden optional claimer in for a quarter today. It's go time today for him as well. Didn't really look like he wanted to go by.
And he never passed on the gallop out either.
He never passed on the gallop out. I think
that's a problem.
I think that's a good point as well. We do want to mention Ron's long shot. He'll talk about it as well. That's Cryptonym for Danny and Donna. Trying the turf for the first time off a pretty good Tapeta race. There's something to work with here. And listen, there's 2 heavy favorites. If you don't like them, you're going to get value galore.
Yeah.
In the finale. Let's take a quick look at the lightning round before we turn it upstairs to Pete. Beeline yesterday. They bet them like they knew. They didn't really bet Valiant Force, which was a big surprise to both of us. And Beeline's got a bright, bright future for Riley Ma. He didn't have to win this, by the way.
No, he didn't. And he was passed, came back. What a gutsy, gutsy effort here by this runner.
Valiant Force was 1-20 on the far turn. I don't know what happened. He just did not see it out.
I hate to say it. Grass now.
Now grass?
Yeah, grass.
But it was dirt.
I know. I was so convinced that this horse was ready. Just going to explode on the dirt. Oh, look at that.
Antonio Sano had a good day yesterday.
Did, 2 really good seconds.
2 really good seconds. Beeline, really talented sprinter now for Riley Mott. Good to see. Guy that's come down here this winter and had a very, very strong kind of foray into the championship meet. So kudos to him and the team. The TTP Pick 3 is on the green stuff today. We like that.
It is 5, 8, and 10 today. Best of luck. $3 minimum, 15% takeout. Pays very well.
Coast to Coast is in couple here in Santa Anita as well.
Yeah, I just was looking. It starts off in the Skilla race. So, and then it's got our finale, and then you see the 3 races from Santa Anita.
Take you from 5:07 in the PM to 8:08 in the PM. Best bet for you today?
Oh, it's Skilla.
Oh, my goodness.
I know. It's all right. I know.
Hey, it's a single in the Rainbow Six, and I agree wholeheartely. I'm not doing much better with Don't Mess with Tess. I think she's 9-5 and be a little more value. Scylla now, especially with a scratch or 2 in there, could be 1-5.
I know, exactly.
She's that good. I can't wait to see her. Your long shot?
Exotic Dancer.
Okay.
Race 2.
Race 2. That's a legitimate long shot. I am on the inside somewhere. There we go. call my banker.
All
I
right.
hope 6 to 1, couple scratches in there. I didn't have a crazy long shot today, but we'll get a little value there, I hope. And we'll see. It's a difficult card. It's a fun Rainbow Six. 475 is in the estimated jackpot. They've been firing big. Pete Aiello is upstairs to walk you through the scratches and changes. We'll be back here for the opener shortly.